How's it going? My name is Mark, and I run a digital agency here in the UK. And we sort of supply websites, so we don't sort of, we definitely supply websites to businesses that do about 500,000 a year in turnover to 5 million a year and stuff like that. And so, one of the reasons why I kind of reached out to Jamie and his team with the Dream Team Intensive was that we didn't have like a predictable way of growing each month. So a massive kind of network for us, or a massive growth place, is referrals. So we get pretty much most of our clients from clients we've already supplied to. But that's great, but it's not that predictable in that some months you get a handful of clients sort of being referred. Sometimes you get loads of clients being referred, and that predictability, that's what we were looking for. So when I got speaking to Jamie, and he showed me what it is that he had to offer and the training that he had, it was definitely something I wanted to get my teeth into. So the first kind of week, the first few days I spent just taking notes, going through the system, listening essentially, and sort of learning and appreciating that I didn't know everything. And then after 2 or 3 days, I was like, right, let me get my teeth into this. I don't just want to sit back and listen to his angelic voice. I want to get my teeth in and actually do the work as he talks about. So, I set everything up, started to do the cold outreach, and within 24 hours, somebody literally responded saying, "Hey, Mark, you've connected with me at the right time. We're looking to get a new website set up and running." So we got on a call with him 2 or 3 days later. And within 5 days, we closed him. Basically, we closed the deal. And the beauty of the sort of products we supply, the value that he invested in us was actually more than the value we'd invested in the course. So within 5 days, we had not only recouped our initial investment with the Dream Team Intensive, but actually made a little bit of profit as well. And so, it's been amazing. And sort of like I say before, we didn't have that predictability. And since then, so this was, we've been in it now like around about a month or so, and we've continued to get that predictable kind of people reaching out saying, "Hey, I'm interested in your product." And that's really exciting for me, really exciting to, move into next year and continue to kind of do that and sort of scale it, if that makes sense. So a major lesson for me was just putting in the work. I suppose there is investment in time, not just in money, but in time and energy to set things up, get them going. But then every day, just completing the actions. It's almost become a little bit addictive, I suppose, but an addiction that is good to have, like going to the gym or something like that. And so, like every day, just putting in the work. A couple of hours of work, and it's just that predictability is starting to creep in now for us from a referral and a growth rate for new clients. So really, really excited about continue to work through the program, because I'm still pretty early on in and not gone through everything. But the outreach stuff is it's not something we would have been able to create on our own. We knew little bits of this before we kind of jumped in, but the specifics that Jamie teaches and the spreadsheets that he has set up are definitely not something we would have been able to create on our own. So being able to kind of jump in there, have that kind of step-by-step process already in place, and really it's just a case of taking that knowledge and just doing it, and rather than having to do both. Normally you have to think of the ideas of how you're going to implement it and then actually implement, whereas now it's just a case of just implement, just do the work, just put in the time and effort, and we're getting the sort of benefits from that. So highly recommend the course to any form of agency, anybody looking for that predictability in people reaching out, and also people that are not afraid to put in the time, the effort to get things set up. But yeah, really excited to continue to work through the course and learn even more.